overachieving success of Apple founder Steve Jobs plays out on the big screen this weekend. Our movie guy Erik Childress is here. He has screened the movie for us.
I have.
How many stars?
Out of 4, 2.
Two.
And that's probably being pretty generous. It's a very generic treatment of Steve Jobs, and considering that Aaron Sorkin has been developing his own Steve Jobs screenplay, it's the version that you want to see. I don't know if it's going to get made, but it really kind of feels sort of like a faux social network in a way, and sort of the the way we sort of see the rise of him through up the the ranks at Apple and his downfall and all that kind of stuff. But Ashton Kutcher's he's really trying to act and whatnot, but the film has a just kind of an odd structure, and it really doesn't do kind of a service to Jobs. I mean, it kind of shows him in a negative light a lot of the times, which is fine. He's human and all.
Steve, what's going on? Steve, you're on the Macintosh team. What's a Macintosh?
But the film kind of, really doesn't show the sort of the inspiration that, is just sort of like he had an idea and then everyone else did all the work.
Or maybe you just said it at the beginning. Social Network was so good that the bar was very high.
It's true, but it's not the same people doing it. So, I mean, you can't really compare. It's apples and oranges to an extent, but it really has that feel of someone trying to do a social network and just not, delivering.
Also coming out at the box office this weekend, along with Jobs, The Butler, lots of buzz there, Paranoia, and
Kick-Ass 2.
Thank you, because my mother watches the show. What do you think about The Butler? You've not screened this, but will it be a big winner at the box office, do you think?
Well, the Weinstein Company has sort of a history of not really delivering sort of big openings, especially during the summer. They've had some successes with Quentin Tarantino, but not so much with films like this. I think maybe sort of a mid-teen opening. We'll see how it's how it plays with if they're trying to market it sort of like this year's The Help in a way, which is not going to generate that kind of success. But with Oprah, it's gotten some publicity, so we'll see how it does.
I'm going to see it this weekend.
Well, there you go.
So
You can tell me how it is.
Okay. And at the box office last week, and here's a look at those numbers. Elysium at $29 million. We're the Millers. You like this one. It's a comedy at 26. Planes at 22. Percy Jackson, See a Monster, 14. And Two Guns, right around $11 million. Are we getting any closer to any type of record-breaking summer here, Erik?
We actually are, surprisingly enough. We're at sort of the tail end of what looks like is going to be the biggest summer in box office history. 2011 set the record, 4.3 billion. We're about $330 million away, and we have about 2.5 weeks up until Labor Day, sort of the unofficial end of summer. That we're going to see, that I think is going to happen. And probably by the next weekend, I think we'll have the record set.
What would be your pick for this weekend? Actually, you can pick two.
Okay, well, I think of the new movies, I think Kick-Ass 2 is going to be the film that does the best box office amongst the newbies. But I think We're the Millers is actually going to challenge it for the #1 spot. I think it's had really good word of mouth. I think it's sort of going to be a late summer sleeper. And even we're setting the record. August, surprisingly enough, we have not had an August without a $100 million grosser since 2000.
Interesting.
And so We're the Millers is probably the only film this month that has a chance to even break that record. And it's going to be that's going to be a struggle too.
Thanks for coming back, Erik.
Thank you.